Hello, I'm Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary Rules Editor for the NCAA. And today we're continuing our series of media videos for 2024, and we're going to be focused on game action from Week 13. Now, before we get into our plays, there are many things to be thankful for in the game of college football. Certainly, college football is a rallying point for folks coming back to campuses. Football teaches strong life lessons for all involved, but maybe most importantly, the graduation rate of the FBS football student athlete is 82%, and that is 12 to 13% higher than the general student body's graduation rate at those institutions. That's good work by our football student athletes. With that, let's get on into our plays.
Our first play this week is a view into our replay system and the replay process based on questions that we've received. Now, we get a run down the left side. The player breaks for the goal line. He's going to reach the ball out as he's going down, and the side judge is going to spot him just short of the end zone. Now, with the TV replay, it looks very tight, and there was some question as to why replay didn't stop the game to review this. But remember, every play is reviewed, and it's only stopped. We only stop the game when replay can't confirm the play or there's a potential for an overturn. And as we look at the play from replay, they follow the action in the multi-view capability, looking for potentially the best views as the play goes on. And it's very tight, but replay after the play immediately goes to their best view, which is the far handheld camera. And immediately, without any other replays from TV, they see that the left elbow and shoulder is down. The ball is short of the goal line, or at least for sure not enough evidence here to overturn. So replay reviews the play without having to stop the game here. Play 2, we're late in the half. The offense snaps with 4 seconds remaining. Now they're going to complete a pass to number 3. He gets down to about the 21 where he's tackled. But in the action after the play, we see that the line judge, he throws a flag for an unsportsmanlike conduct foul on the offense. Then, as teams are headed to the locker room, our referee throws a flag, and then we get a third flag down. All these are on the offensive team. Now, since these fouls are after the play and all are on the same team, all 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties will be administered on the second half kickoff. The team committing the fouls is kicking off for the second half, and as we administer the 3 penalties, the first enforcement takes the ball from the normal kickoff position, the 35-yard line, back 15 yards to the 20. The second enforcement is half the distance from the 20 to the 10, and the third enforcement is half the distance from the 10 to the 5, which is where they're going to kick off from. Now, this is very unusual, a kickoff from the 5-yard line, but if there had been a 4th unsportsmanlike conduct foul, it would have invoked one of the least known rules in NCAA football. And this rule states that no penalty may extend the team's restraining line behind its 5-yard line on a free kick. And so if we would have extended behind the 5-yard line, then that 15-yard penalty would be enforced from the next succeeding spot after the kickoff. Play 3, the offense is punting from their own 40. Now the kicker hits a booming kick, the receiver retreats, he's going to catch the ball at about the 3-yard line, and then he's going to be tackled by the kicking team in the end zone, and they want a safety. Now we've talked about our momentum exception to a safety rule, and it also applies when a player catches or recovers an opponent's kick. So if the player catches or recovers the kick inside the 5 and their original momentum carries them back into the end zone, and the ball remains in the end zone and is declared dead there, it is not a safety, and the ball belongs to the receiving team at the spot where the player gained possession. We put the ball back at the 3 here, and that's the right spot. Play 4, we see the offense is lined up for an extra point after a touchdown. Now the kick is going to be blocked, the ball stays live, the defense scoops it up, and they're going to head the other way, and number 2 is going to run it all the way into the end zone for a 2-point touchdown for the defense. Now, this is a good time to review scoring on an extra point. We know that even though the offense was lined up for a 1-point try here, the touchdown by the defense counts 2 points. Scoring on the try is if either team scores a touchdown, then that team gets 2 points. If the offense scores a field goal, as they were trying here, they get 1 point. And if either team were to score a safety, it would count only 1 point, not the usual 2 points a safety scores in regular play. So this was a good play by the defense. It scored 2 points. Play 5, the quarterback's going to drop back. He throws downfield, and there's a big hit by number 1 of the defense, and the receiver somehow holds on to the ball. Now, the offensive coach, he wants targeting here, but as we go back and take a look at the replay, we see receiver number 9, he is defenseless, and there is forcible contact to his head and neck area by the defender. But as we look at the action by number 1, there is no indicator of targeting here. In fact, we can see from the end zone that there's no launch, the defender's head is up, and really the defender is playing the ball. So even though there's forcible contact here, this is not targeting because there's no attack, no indicator by the defender. A big hit, but clearly not targeting. Our last play, the offense is up by 5 points. It's 4th down with 7 seconds to play in the game, and they just want to run the clock out on this play. And as we see, the quarterback, he takes the snap, he moves back into the right, and he's going to throw the ball deep. Now the clock is going to run down to 0, and the offense is going to come out, they celebrate, the fans begin to rush the field, but the referee is trying to hold up play, really to no avail here, to confirm with replay that the clock did go to 0, because if there's time left, since it was 4th down, the defense would get a play. Now the clock should continue to run until the pass hits something or the ground. And we're going to see the referee, he goes to the replay monitor. TV gives a great synced up view with the clock superimposed. The ball crosses the boundary, maybe at about 2 seconds, but that's unimportant. And we see, though, that it does land in the stands with clearly 1 second remaining on the clock. So the crew must reset the clock and wait for game management to clear the field and get a safe playing environment, and then the defense will get to run their play. Now, we've received questions. Shouldn't this be a penalty for the fans rushing the field, a delay of game, or unsportsmanlike conduct? But by rule, fans are not subject to the rules, and the crew correctly deferred this to game management to restore order. And that allowed the game to be resumed. But this will be an issue that will be discussed by the Rules Committee in the offseason. Well, that's it for our plays this week, and we thank you for watching. And this has been an incredibly exciting season, and as we head into rivalry week, this could be the best week yet. Happy Thanksgiving to all.